Right, hello, it is Monday 10th of October. We're going to do a front garden update for October, see what's still happening. There will be a bit of traffic noise, so bear with me. So we've got the couple of cannas in pots here. So we've got the canna musifolia and the bird of paradise canna, which is the main flower stems are done, but it's just started flowering on another stem. The musifolia has not done particularly well in the pot. I mean, it looks okay, just hasn't got any height to it. Probably only about 3 foot, excluding the pot. Pokers still doing their thing. I think the secret to them is as they die off, like this one. Just cut that stem off and you should get plenty more. Got some new ones coming up, but yeah, they're still looking quite colourful. The cordyline can has done quite well. That's a plant I purchased probably beginning of summer, around that time. Obviously put it in a deeper pot, and that's I'd say more or less doubled in size. Really nice bright foliage fading down to that variegated green. Still got a bit of colour with petunias. The rose is to put on a second flush. Not that I'm particularly fussed about that. I cut that back to the ground every year and it still comes back. Yeah, so still getting a bit of flower action on the impatiens and petunias. So still a bit of colour there. Got the yucca jewel. Put on some nice foliage this year. Really nice light variegated green. Got some begonias there. Trepicarpus has put on a decent flush this year. This was freshly planted in this spring, so they've settled in well. Quite nice. Still plenty of flowers on the cannas there. Got some good height on them. Dahlia is still going here. Quite a nice light purple. We've got the Cernaro ribbons, or saw Palmetto. Looking a little bit yellowy, but hopefully that'll settle in. So I've got a couple of smaller shrubby palms along here, which I'm planning to just put a cloche over in the winter just to keep them dry. They'll certainly take the cold. Yeah, the saw Palmetto is quite a hardy palm, even though it's from Florida. That can take well, I've read up to -20, but we'll see on that one. And this will be a similar situation, the Triphanix campestris. Again, a quite small little shrubby palm. Has pushed out some new growth. It's three or four growing points on that, so that'll be a case of a cloche over that as well, just to keep it dry. And then we've got the Afghanistan Shrub palm. I forget the actual scientific name for that one, but it's quite a nice bluey grey, really stiff fronds. Apparently that can take up to -20, but I'll probably put a little shelter over that just to keep it dry. Yeah, things didn't been too bad at the front here, because there's been really quite a dry summer. Musa shredded by the wind. Got a Small red canna there, still flowering. Small tree fern, about 3 foot of trunk, doing okay. What we've got down here is one of my filibusters, which I put into the ground and seems to be doing okay. It's pushed out a new leaf there, and we've got another one coming. So that'll be a test. We're going to leave that totally unprotected through winter. And we'll see what happens with that. Euphorbia there, that's just a tiny cut at the beginning of the year. That's tripled in size. So that's looking pretty good. That's okay. That should get a decent size. The Yucca Restrata has put on some growth. There is 2 growing points on that. That's a really blue form. So that'll be nice when it gets a bit bigger. We've got the Magnolia there. That's a little gem. Still got the tag in there. That's a southern magnolia, so that's evergreen. That flowers in the summer. Obviously it's quite a young plant, didn't flower this year, but hopefully next year we'll get some nice big white flowers on that. We've got Robusta double at the back there, little Phoenix canariensis, another Yucca jewel in the corner, another smaller Robusta there, and we've got the Sable Dwarf Palmetto there. So this is, when it went in the ground, it just had the 3 fronds on it, so it has pushed this new one out. I'm surprised it's done that much, because these are really quite slow growing, but you know, it's been a cool summer, but that's definitely got its feet in and started to grow, so that's good. So just go along here. We've got Camerops humilis. Look like that's doing quite well. That went in the spring, same as this Robusta here. Again, that's a double. Quite a small plant, but that's settled in nicely. Little fig tree. And we've got another clump of red hot pokers there. So we'll do the raised containers in the centre of the lawn. So this is the one where we've got the formium and some grasses around it, and a couple of small variegated yucca. So that should all be winter hardy, so that'll stay as it is through winter. We've got Butia odorata there. All the smaller cacti around it, and the yucca will be staying in place, but I will lift this tricolour agave, because that's not going to be hardy. It is actually in a pot, so I can just lift that straight out and then slot that back in next year. And the same with this foxtail agave, or attenuata. So that has put on some nice growth. Really nice agave, this one, but obviously not hardy, but nice silvery green. They're the ones you see in California, and they get huge, but yeah, it's quite a small plant at the moment, but looking good. And then we'll finish up with the Ensete red banana, which will be getting pulled out, and I'll put something in there for a winter display, but that's done okay. It's quite a small banana when it went in. So yeah, it's got some nice coloration on that. So I think we'll leave it there. Thanks for watching.